Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's get up. Let's get moving. Let's rock, let's roll, let's go. Welcome to another gratitude and gains series of the Who You Know show, where what you know is important, but who you know can make all the difference in your wealth, health, business, career, your relationships, and in your life. And today is going to be super powerful. It's going to be an amazing day. I'm excited about it. So let's go ahead and dive on in. So this morning, as I was going through my gratitude and goals, it's a daily practice of mine. And I'm going to share that with you today. So a couple things I'm grateful for as we dive in here this morning. Number one is vision, right? I've always had big vision, big goals and dreams and things that I'm always trying to put together, right? And so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for God's vision. And recently he's been downloading all kinds of ideas in my head. I've always had ideas. I've always been outside the box. You know, that's just the kind of person that I am. And that's a gift, you know. It's one of God's gifts that he's given me. And so I'm grateful for that. Right now, I've got a vision for something I'm building. I'm building an all-new career transition summit for my job seeker community to help equip them, to help inspire them, encourage them, lift them up, and give them the tools that they need to really go out there in the marketplace and crush it. All right. So I'm excited about that coming soon. I want to make it an experience. So be tuning in for that. All right. I'm grateful for the people that God has placed in my life. There's always people, right? That's why the name of this show's Who You Know. It's all about who you know. God's always been placing people throughout my life. And one of those people I'm super grateful for is my brother, Foster Williams. Foster Williams is a man who saw me years ago. You know, he saw me. He believed in me, and he gave me a platform to really serve the job seeker community. And right now I'm going to ask for prayers for Foster Williams. He had a mild stroke, and he's been in the hospital and been in some rehab. So I'm going to ask for prayers for Foster. If you can, do me that favor. He needs them right now, and we need Foster. He's an amazing man of God, and I'm super grateful for that, man. So I'm actually going to go visit him today, go say hello and see how he's doing. But yeah, keep him in your thoughts and prayers. Foster Williams, aka the Job Father. All right. Another thing that I'm grateful for, I was reading Romans 8, and it just reminds me that nothing can separate us from the love of Christ. You know, as I was reading Romans 7 yesterday, it was talking about almost being like conflicted, like wanting to do good things, but still doing bad things. And it's like constantly battling your flesh. And then Romans 8 just reminds us that, you know, with God and with Christ, nothing can separate us. So I'm grateful for that, you know, because we all fall short, but that's why it's so important that we have God in our lives and we have Jesus. So grateful for that. So again, I was reading Romans 8, and this is often called the greatest chapter in the Bible. Paul declares that there's no condemnation for those in Jesus Christ, right? So even though we're sinners, even though we mess up, and trust me, I mess up all the time, no condemnation, which how beautiful is that? Grace, having grace for us. It's just a beautiful word. I was mentioning that earlier, that word grace. It's just like it washes over you. Because I know I don't deserve it, but that's kind of the whole point, right? And the Spirit empowers us to move, to live free, not bound by the flesh. So that's something that I'm working on, is living more with the Spirit, and having the Spirit live through me, and constantly asking the Spirit to live through me, speak through me. And, I think it's kind of like, to me, I envision it as almost like a muscle. You have to continue to use it, and it has to get stronger and stronger, right? The more you use it. That's the way I picture it, because I know there's been times in my life where I haven't been using it and it's been weaker. It's still there. It's like you still have the muscles, but they're not as strong, right? And so that's the way I kind of envision, the Spirit is, it's in you, but you have to use it. You have to activate it. You have to put it to work. And so those are just a couple of reflection points from, as I was reading Romans 8, and if Romans 7, if you read Romans 7, it was the struggle, then Romans 8 is like the victory, right? So, and so a couple other things. Again, I want to acknowledge a prayer for Foster Williams. I mentioned that earlier, but a couple of things I want to point out about him is that he's been a pioneer in the job seeker community. He started the Career Search Network 30 years ago, something like that. He invested in me personally, spotting some of my gifts and giving me a platform to serve. And I remember that's why I invited him to co-host on the Who You Know show from the very start, many years ago, because of his influence and his impact. And I wanted to do something different to make a difference. And so we invited him, and the rest is history. That guy's amazing. So we're just praying for his healing, his strength, his restoration. And I invite you to pray as well and lift him up. There's actually a GoFundMe account as well if you feel so led to help donate, because he's going to have lots of medical bills and things like that. And so anyways, any support you can do, even if it's just simply a prayer or even sharing the message. I put a post out yesterday and was pretty impressed by the community showing up. It's gotten 50 some odd reshares and tons of comments. The GoFundMe account is doing really well. And so anyways, the support that you guys are doing right now, I just appreciate you. I'm grateful for you. Thank you for all the support for Foster. We appreciate it. I know he does. And I'm going to go see him today, and I'm going to show him the comments and the love. And I know he's just going to appreciate that. It's so cool. It's like, I don't know why we always have to wait for bad times like this to give someone their roses. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need to wait for someone to die or to be in the hospital or for something bad to happen for us to give them their roses. I'm going to encourage you guys to go out today, and if someone deserves their roses, if someone has made an impact in your life, go tell them. Tell them you appreciate them. Tell them you're grateful for them. Or maybe there's somebody out there that you see has a gift, like Foster did with me. Maybe there's someone out there that you need to go pour into them and tell them. Tell them what you see. Tell them what you see in them. Because you know what? You might be activating a gift inside of them that is lying dormant, right? That they don't even know exists. But you might see something in them and you might actually activate it. All right? So I would encourage you to go out there and just give people their roses. Life's short. We don't know how long people are going to be around. You don't know how long you're going to be around. So let's make sure to do that today. All right? Some personal reflection and some things that I'm building right now. As I mentioned earlier, I've got some vision for an all-new Career Transition Summit. I'm excited for that. And we used to do a lot of in-person events pre-COVID, and I want to get back to that again. And so all the in-person events that I do are always around experience. I want transformation. I want to make sure people, leave encouraged, that they have all of the knowledge, resources to have a transformation, but they have hope. They're encouraged, they're inspired, they're motivated, and they're ready to go out there and crush it. And so first thing I'm looking for is obviously the venue. Venue is important. Here in the Frisco, Plano, Dallas area. I'm looking for a venue for somewhere around 50 to 100 people. Not too big because I'm not trying to go to the hotel level, but 50 to 100 classroom style setting. I do have a space right now that I can use and I have access to. But I'm just not 100% sure on the experience of these venues. But one of them is actually my office. We have a great training room there. And I think it would be pretty cool because my broker dealer, New York Life, Fortune 100 company, they're hiring all the time too. So I think it could be cool because the job seekers will get almost like a open house feel, right? Where I can invite a couple of recruiters from New York Life to come speak and, talk about the careers and the opportunities and give them access again to that side, which would be pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure a lot of those job seekers would be interested in careers there. And now they've got direct access to the decision makers or the people, who can get them in front of decision makers. And, how cool is that? So that could be a good venue, right? Just needs a little bit of, I would say, a little bit of upgrades for me to want to get it to where I would like it. I would want to buy a stage, get some lighting, some cameras. You know how I am, lights, camera, action. So I want to do that. Maybe some swag bags, some networking going on. They have a really nice, it's in Hall Park in Frisco. If you've been there, I mean, it is a nice venue. Really nice outdoor area too for maybe some type of networking, I don't know, I'm trying to think. They do a lot of events outside too. I mean, I wouldn't do it outside, but maybe that could be an element where we go outside and mix and mingle and maybe have some music. And I don't know, just thinking, I want to make an experience I also want to have collaboration with other experts. I'll be there to deliver my message because I've got a strong one for the job seeker community, but I want to bring in other experts and collaborate and really create an environment, of hope, encouragement, resources. So my desire is that this is not just an event, but, an experience that brings transformation. So more to come on that, working on it. Had a meeting with my managing partner about it yesterday, and, we'll work through the logistics, but hopefully we'll be bringing that to you very soon. My plan is to do that on a monthly basis. We'll do it once a month and bring you guys in and see what kind of transformation we can make. I also plan on bringing other employers in. All right. I have a, very large network of recruiters, hiring managers, other career coaches. I'm going to bring in a lot of energy into the room so we can make some things happen. All right. So excited about that. More to come. And maybe we can get Foster to join us on that. That'd be really cool. Love Foster. So something I also thought was important as I was going through Romans 8 this morning as I was reading, and this is important. I want to tie it into the job seeker community and really anyone out there that is looking to make an impact, is the freedom that you get when you stop chasing and you start attracting, whether that's attracting clients, attracting job opportunities. Just like Romans 8, speaks about freedom from condemnation, right? There's freedom when you stop chasing and instead you start walking in confidence and clarity when you're attracting opportunities, right? There's a freedom in that. Like I remember when I first got into financial services and I was constantly chasing. Man, I didn't feel free. I can tell you that. I didn't feel free. Definitely a scarcity mindset. And, but when I started to kind of reverse engineer that and start attracting people, that changed the game. And again, confidence, clarity. I didn't have the commission breath, you know what I mean? I was detached from the outcome and more about serving. And there's a freedom in that. So I want you to remember that. And some practical ways that you can do this is by positioning yourself correctly, storytelling, and visibility, marketing, right? When you're able to get your message out and you're able to do it in a way that's not salesy, like you can speak to a group, you're educating instead of selling, right? When you're able to speak to, instead of one person, you're able to do it to many. And that's what marketing does. You get your message out to the masses, and not everyone's going to move forward, but there will be people who align with what you say and move forward. And so that's attracting, right? So if I say something, if I have a message and I say it to 1,000 people, well, let's just say, 100 people stepped forward. 900 didn't, right? 900 people did not align with my message. 900 people walked away from my message. But if 100 people step forward, okay, hey, that's attracting opportunities. That's attracting inbound leads, all right? And so this is the type of things that I teach, is just to get your message out there, unleash your voice, and start attracting, stop chasing, Okay. And so the one-to-one stuff, trying to go one-to-one, it's not scalable. And oftentimes, gosh, you'd have to meet with 1,000 people to get the same result. So think of the time that would take to meet with 1,000 people and have 900 walk away from you. And how would you feel about that too? If you met with 1,000 people one-on-one and 900 of them rejected you, you'd feel like crap, right? But if you got up and said your message once to 1,000 people and 100 people stepped forward immediately, you wouldn't feel bad. You wouldn't feel rejected. You'd actually feel pretty good. You'd be like, boom, I just did 100 deals, right? So it's just flipping the script a little bit, and it helps you to walk in confidence and clarity. So that's one of the things I teach, and you'll see more stuff like that in the Career Transition Summit. So excited about that. But what I'd like to hear from you as we wrap this up this morning is, what's your Romans 8 victory right now? The thing that you're finally free from. What is that for you? Or what do you need to be free from? Tell me in the chat. Who's been in your life, like Foster was for me, that you need to share or give their roses, right? Who's given you an opportunity? Who's helped platform you? Who's helped you, inspired you, encouraged you, right? Who do you need to give their roses today, right? Tell me in the chat. Put it down below. I'd love to hear that. Another question I have for you: what's one baby step or one thing that you can do this weekend to trust God more deeply? All right, what's one baby step? One thing you can do. For me, it was the prayer journal, right? And getting up here and having this session every morning to hold me accountable to do it. Because I've known about it. I've done it in the past. I know the benefits, but I was having a hard time just doing it. It's like a lot of times we know what to do. Like, we know how to lose weight, right? Diet and exercise. But the hardest part is getting to the dang gym and not eating the ice cream, right? So doing is the hardest part, not knowing. Knowing's easy. So you know what to do, right? What's that one baby step that you could do that would get you closer? And again, for me, it was the prayer journal, gratitude and goals, and then this to hold me accountable. Okay. All right, guys, if this show has encouraged you today, I encourage you to share it out, share it with a friend. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the Who You Know Show podcast. Make sure you tune into the regular version where I cover deep on, how to reach high levels of success. I talk with entrepreneurs, business owners, celebrities, athletes, and I'm uncovering the blueprint to success in your health, wealth, business, career, your relationships, and your life. So make sure to tune in, and I'm going to see you guys tomorrow on the next episode. Let's rock, let's roll, let's go. My battery is running out, so I'm going to have to wrap this one up short this morning. But I hope y'all have an amazing, blessed day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.